Hey, it's your girl Andrea B, and it's another week, which means it's time for another motivated mindset tip. So, before I get into it, make sure you give your girl a subscribe, hit the like button for me, and let's hop right into the video. So, this week it's all about the follow through. So last week we stepped out of our comfort zone, right? So hopefully you guys had a chance to do one of the three things that I had suggested to you guys last week. And now this week it's all about the follow through, right? I feel that a lot of us start things and then we put it down, right? And then we always say shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like, if I would have kept going with this thing, maybe I would be here by now, right? Or maybe if I partner with this person, my business would be further along by now, right? But the thing is, you still have time. If you're watching this, you're still breathing, you still living, you can walk, talk, whatever, you have time, okay? Nothing is standing in the way except for you. Okay, we have to get our mindsets in the habit of the follow through. And I heard it in church last Sunday that just because one person said no, or you got a couple of no's, doesn't mean that you stop. Doesn't mean that you just stop everything in the middle of your tracks, because you don't know what God is leading you to, right? It's not about stopping. It's about, okay, well, that person said no, this thing didn't work, but what are other avenues that I can try to get this thing done, right? And then also as well, make sure that you're just in alignment with the things that you're supposed to be doing, right? As I on my weekly group calls, we were speaking about just connections. Like, what other connections can I make to get my business out there, to get myself out there, right? You can't just stop at square one. You can't. You got to do square two, square three, square four, square five. You have to keep going. Whether you have a binder or your calendar, go through and start planning out the days or things when you're going to start reaching out to people. Start planning those things out so you can follow up. So, okay, I send an email out on Monday. I'm going to give it at least till like Thursday, Friday to follow up, or I'll give it a whole week, right? Because what you're doing and what you're training your mindset to do is not to give up, right? I don't want you to give up. I want you to keep going regardless. I know it's going to be tiring. I know it's going to be like, oh my God, like, why do I have to keep doing this? And I'm not doing anything but keep getting disappointed. You're not getting disappointed, okay? Maybe a little delayed, but you're not getting disappointed, okay? And I think about it this way too. God may be saving you from something, and that's why you didn't get that yes right then and there, because there's something else that's bigger and more powerful and more purposeful that's supposed to give you that yes, okay? Think about it that way. Don't think about it as, oh, God is mad with me, or God doesn't want me to do that. Listen, if it's in your heart and it's in your mind and you talk to God about it, you are supposed to be doing it. He never gave us a blueprint on the things on what we're supposed to be doing and how it was supposed to go. His whole thing is have faith in me and just do what I'm telling you to do. So my message to you, it's all about the follow through. Just do what God is telling you to do. If God is sending you people, talk to those people. Make those connections. If God is sending you to different places, go to those places. Go to them, because there's always a lesson in everything that He shows us and everything that He gives us, okay? Make sure that you are following through. And most importantly, just make sure that you're following up. Following through and following up to me are literally the same thing, because you're agreeing to do what you said that you were going to do, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I have a big problem with follow through. Like I mentioned in my call earlier today, it's one of those things where if I feel like people aren't supporting me like they're supporting other people, or if I feel like people aren't giving me the same recognition as they're giving other people, I get discouraged. But at the same time, you think about it, are you doing it for the people, or are you doing it for God, right? I'm doing it for God. I'm not doing it for the people. But low key, it's like, well, God, I wish the people would see me. But it's all about the people that are supposed to be in your corner, the people that are supposed to be in your path, the people that are supposed to pull close to you. Those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones that are going to help you get to your next destination or your next elevation. You have to think about it that way. You are not meant for everybody. everybody isn't your audience, right? But mindset, you have to train your mindset to know that just because it looks a little rough right now doesn't mean that it's gonna stay that way. Okay, just because I haven't heard back from that person, I keep emailing them, keep trying, keep going, keep putting yourself out there. Okay, keep passing out those business cards, keep passing out those flyers, keep posting your videos, keep posting your TikToks. Like, someone sees you. And I feel like we are afraid of a follow through because we don't get the recognition that we feel like we deserve. And trust me, I've learned this, that keep going because somebody is watching. And just because someone isn't liking your stuff, sharing your stuff, doesn't mean that nobody isn't seeing it. Trust me, because they are. They're looking dead at it. And it's like, wow, like, she keeps going. She stays consistent. Oh, wow, he's making this business work even if he didn't start off with anything, right? Or they are making that relationship work because they followed through. They didn't give up. And my homework for you this week is to follow through on something. So whether you have some goals and ideas in your journal from last year or something that you literally said you were going to do on January 1 and it is January 22nd and you haven't done it yet, or you started and you stopped, I'm going to need you to pick it back up and do it again. Okay? I'm going to need you to pick back up and do it again. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready. But I'm just here to motivate you and to tell you that we have to keep our mindsets motivated. We have to keep it in check. And whether that's you praying and saying, okay, God, like, I want to follow through on X, Y, and Z. Guide me on how to follow through to that. Guide me on the steps that I need to take, the people that I need to talk to. And I'm always a firm believer of saying, God, send me the resources, send me the people or the things that are going to continue to push me into my purpose, right? That's going to push me to have a greater motivated mindset. That's going to push me to follow through. Okay? You got this. You always will have this. Okay, but it's up to you to decide what you're gonna do from this day forward. It's up to you to decide if you're gonna follow through on that thing that could possibly take you to where God wants you to go next. Now, is it gonna be easy by any means necessary? Nothing good comes easy, okay? We always have to work for something every now and then. But I want you to think of it as, oh my God, it's a reward on that end. I'm going to touch so many lives. I'm going to bless so many people, I'm going to do a big thing for my community. I want you to always carry that with you. Follow through, regardless of what it looks like. Okay? That was this week Motivated Mindset tip. I hope you guys were able to get something out of it. Okay, because I know I did. And also, I do want to say and want to invite you to join my Motivated Mindset weekly group calls. We are on week 2 and we have 2 more weeks before we jump into something else. But I do want to thank you so much for your support and you guys continuously watching my videos and getting these motivated mindset tips and keeping that mindset motivated. Okay, as always, it's been your girl Andrea B, and I will see you next week for another motivated mindset tip. Bye.